Hey guys, I'm Grestar, and how about we watch a death battle, Bowser vs Ganon. Of course, make sure to click here to go to the official release first, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and then come back here and we'll watch it together. Because I don't voice it often enough, I'd like to thank the glorious Ben Singer for offering his blessing in watching these death battles. And of course, if you like this shirt and you want to check it out, get it for yourself, go to store.roosterteeth.com and you can find that and other merchandise right there. Yeah, so go do that if you want. And also a quick shout out to, conveniently enough, Majora. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon. So yeah, this is Bowser vs Ganon, or Ganondorf. I'm gonna be switching that up the entire video, I'm sure, because I don't know, whatever. And I actually do know both of these characters. However, I don't think that I know of their capabilities to the extent that Death Battle requires, because, you know, I haven't done research, I haven't played like every game that they're in, etc, etc. Just haven't paid attention to some things or disregarded it as just video game fluff kind of stuff. So even though I know the characters, I can't make a guarantee, or a guess really, an educated guess at least, as to who would win right away. I think I'm gonna need the analyses for that. I have been told by my younger brother, if I'm remembering correctly, that at least in one of the canon Zelda things, Ganondorf couldn't be beaten unless by like light magic. And if that's the case, if it's not just that, well, I don't know. And I'm trying to think, does Bowser have any source of light magic? And I'm thinking maybe the Star Rod, which I know is from Kirby originally. At least I assume it's originally. But it was also used in the Mario games, or at least Paper Mario, which is what I'm thinking of with him using the Star Rod. And I don't know if that would count as light magic, and he would possibly get that. I don't know, it seems like a stretch to me, but I'm just trying to fit what I know, with... Yeah, you know, just trying to make my best educated guess from the beginning that Ganondorf seems to have the upper hand. But yeah, I really don't know what they're capable of until I watch the analyses. So with that said, let's get to watching. And play. Here we go then. This is Death Battle, guys. Bowser versus Ganon. And go.
Ever since the invention of princesses, there have been princess kidnappers.
Well, yeah.
And these two are certainly among the top tier in their trade.
Bowser, the king of the Koopas.
Yay, King Koopa.
And Ganon, the Demon King.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and
See, I always thought it was Ganondorf when he was in the
a
human
death
form, and
battle.
Ganon when he was in like the pig or the bestial form. I don't know.
Once upon a time, a giant turtle had a dream. He would conquer the Mushroom Kingdom by turning everyone in it into brick.
That's right.
But one pesky princess had the gall to undo his mystical masonry.
Naturally, King Bowser Koopa had only one sensible option. He snatched her up and locked her away in his castle.
That's sensible.
No, not that castle. That castle.
Because what's a little
Princess is in another
cast thousands of innocents into brick.
With the princess out of the picture, Bowser finally had it all.
He looks so happy
Until
there.
Two pesky portly plumbers popped up out of nowhere and procured his petulant princess.
Oh no.
Nice job on that alliteration.
I'm surprised you know what alliteration means.
Of course, my conspicuous co-host. Anyway, if there's one thing to
All
say
right,
about
Boomstick.
Bowser, it's that he never gives up.
He's also
always
tone
hatching
deaf.
a new scheme for domination with his army, and you know it's going to involve some princess pilfering.
And not only is he tenacious, but he's also incredibly tough.
I don't know what that scene's
Probably
from.
due to his natural.
Oh wait, is that just from
turtliness.
Brawl?
That's not a real word, but you are correct. Bowser's seemingly indestructible shell can take an insane amount of abuse, as
Wow.
can the rest of him, really.
Not only that, but his shell's great for doling out damage. Probably because of the impale-a-man-sized spikes, which he can
Yeah.
shoot out of his shell like a goddamn cannon.
I did not know that. He has
Bowser
spike
also
cannon.
fights
What do you
with his
know?
razor-sharp teeth and claws, and is capable of lifting and throwing massive amounts of weight.
He could
That was
probably
with
even lift your mother
Gravity
with his-
too.
Hey!
Lord knows I couldn't. He's also got a bunch of weapons to throw around, like hammers, spike balls, and Mecha Koopas, all from the safety of the happiest flying machine ever, the Koopa Clown Copter.
Yay, clown copter. And off he
Let's
goes
melt
in his
the
clown
C's
car.
or K's.
An impressive airborne vehicle which can somehow drop ammunition exactly the size of itself. Probably
Without
via some kind
Dropping
of
him out too.
Oh yeah, have we mentioned that this is a magic turtle? He can
Oh.
breathe fire like a dragon, shapeshift into anything, and even grow at will to be as big as a castle.
I didn't know we could shapeshift or grow at will.
Transformer. You think
I did
he
not
can
know that.
grow his-
No, I don't want to think about it. Have you seen a turtle penis? They're horrifying.
I haven't. Why have you?
Science.
Of course. For
Anyway,
science.
with his size increase comes a tremendous boost in
That was
power.
fun.
Not only can he fight a castle, he can pick the whole thing up and throw it.
That is really
He's tough enough to survive
impressive.
lava of any temperature, even when it melts off his skin. He's
Oh,
withstood
he
a
becomes a dry
point-blank
bones? That's cool.
supernova And being sucked into a black hole
Wow.
multiple times.
Wow.
And consider, a black hole is a complete compression of space and time which
Well, no, yeah.
stretches anything apart.
Like, nothing
even
survives
light
that.
itself.
Man, you'd think with all this awesome power, Bowser could take over the Mushroom Kingdom, like, no problem.
Except he's an idiot. He's constantly underestimating his opponents. He builds traps in his castles which always end up being used against him.
Yeah.
And to top it all off, he's illiterate. Still, with his incredible ferocity and brute force, it's no wonder Bowser strikes fear across the Mushroom Kingdom.
Until they all get together for go-karting or some tennis.
Hey,
Yay!
Boomstick, you can't always be the bad guy.
Okay.
Poor Bowser. He's a lot more powerful than I thought. The black
peaceful
holes, the
kingdom of
supernova stuff,
Hyrule
holy
is
crap.
full of hidden terrors. Giant spiders, a dragon who eats rock people.
Legend of Zelda
And
is such
that
a good
red-headed
series.
fairy with boobs that'll poke your eyes out and a laugh that can melt any erection.
But the most dangerous fiend of all is the Demon King, Ganon.
He's a pig.
However,
Four
before he
swords.
became a giant blue pig demon, Ganon was actually just a man named Ganondorf.
Okay, yeah, Ganondorf,
was
man,
raised
yeah.
in the
Go
Gerudo
me.
Desert as a student of magic under
7
the tutelage of the
feet
twin
tall,
Robo
6,
witches.
wow.
But while the Gerudo have got some pretty kick-ass music, growing up in the desert obviously wasn't the best. Because, you know, sand. I don't like sand.
Who does?
It's coarse and rough and irritating. And it gets
Don't you fucking dare! Fortunately for Ganondorf and
What's
our
that on the
viewers,
side?
his destiny would take him beyond the sand.
See, turns out he's the reincarnation of the demon Demise, who happens to be the root of all
Whoa,
evil. Because
oh.
what else would you grow up to be with a name like that?
I've never seen that one. Was
Upon
that
his
Skyward?
defeat, Demise cursed the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero to be forever plagued by a physical embodiment of his rage.
Wow, that's some hardcore shit. Talk about a sore loser. But for Ganondorf, being the Lord of Demons Reborn has its upsides, like being really good at magic.
Among the numerous spells he knows, he can summon phantoms to fight alongside him, freeze enemies with waves of darkness, cast deadly curses, teleport, fly, and create orbs of electric energy which can stop foes in their tracks.
And they double as a deadly game of Pong. Also,
Which
he's
you
a
can
master
use a
swordsman,
bottle to
capable
deflect.
of wielding 2 blades at once with extreme efficiency. But being the king of all evil with awesome skills wasn't enough.
Ganondorf grew jealous of Hyrule's prosperity and, like any good reincarnation of pure evil, wanted to take it for himself.
But of course.
Including the Triforce, a legendary relic said to grant the wish of any who may touch it.
But when it was finally within his grasp, 2 of its pieces rejected him harder than Wiz's last date. However, the one that stuck
Poor
around,
Wiz.
the Triforce of Power, was kind of the best. It gave him near invulnerability, incredible strength, and unlimited mystical power. Its only downside, or upside depending on how you see it, is that it turned him into a giant demon pig.
Oh,
With
that's
this
what did
form
it.
came immense power
All right.
and a new name, Ganon.
Just got rid of the dwarf. Such an angry pig.
Everything's better with bacon.
Ganon is fast enough to dodge arrows point blank without even looking. He's strong enough to destroy stone walls and pillars with no effort, and he's tough enough to get back up after having an entire castle fall on him. But while the Triforce of Power supposedly grants him immortality, Ganon can still be slain, and is specifically vulnerable to holy weapons like the Master Sword.
Okay, just specifically
Though
vulnerable
he
to
has
that.
survived being impaled by one, and then killed his executioner with his bare hands. He's also extremely arrogant, often underestimating his smaller, weaker opponents. At least until they drive a sword through his head.
But hey, when you're a titanic, dying, vulnerable pig sorcerer, you can afford to be a bit cocky.
A little bit, maybe, yeah. Oh, that was fast.
All right, the combatants
All
are
right.
set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
And pause. I don't know if there's going to be a commercial after this, but we're talking about this now. I'm just going to come out and say it. I think that Bowser is going to win this one. Honestly, it feels very close to me, and I don't know how accurate that is, but just in my head, Ganondorf, however, again, I'm going to jump back and forth. He seems really bloody powerful, and it says, you know, nearly indestructible and all that kind of stuff, but we've seen, you know, Bowser pull off a lot of the same things. I think what made me pick Bowser is that Bowser actually lists specific feats that he's done, which from those feats we can pull, you know, like really impressive things, like surviving a black hole in the supernova, that kind of stuff. That is super impressive. As for Ganondorf, it's all just kind of titles, like near invulnerable and very powerful magic, but then we actually get to see what Bowser has actually done with it, whereas we didn't get to see a lot that Ganondorf did, I don't think. Maybe it's just because, like, I was looking specifically for that, and so I was judging a little more harshly at that point, but from the sounds of it, it just seems like, you know, they're both really bloody powerful, and they're both really bloody indestructible, you know, resilient, invulnerable kind of stuff. And Ganon does seem to have a lot more tricks up his sleeve with the teleportation and that kind of thing. But just because of, like, the specific feats that we got to see from Bowser and how we actually, like, got to see him pull those off, it seems like he has the upper hand to me, or at least potentially so. It could be flipped the other way around, where because he has specific feats, whereas this one is just, you know, Ganondorf is more all-encompassing, you know, more general, more vague, more broad. Maybe that'll be in Ganon's favor, but in my head in this moment, it seems like that's in Bowser's favor, so I don't know for sure. Lastly, what was it? No, it was about, what was it about? I had one more thing! Oh, it was about Bowser being stupid. Well, neither of them seem, you know, very smart to me. Neither of them seem too intelligent to me. Though what they pointed out about Bowser was about, like, how he would set up traps in his own castle that would end up defeating him. Well, there's not going to be a chance of that in this battle, I don't think, because, you know, they should be in a neutral environment, or at least in a place where traps shouldn't be the downfall of someone. If it were, like, a matter of underestimating your opponent, then maybe so, but they did say that Ganondorf was arrogant, so that's kind of a matter of underestimating your opponent. So I'm just gonna try to discount the Bowser thing. I mean, not discount it. I'm not trying to ignore any facts about the two characters or whatever. I'm just trying to reason through things, and I have to say that I think Bowser's going to win this. I could be wrong, but let's see. So, play. Good luck, Bowser. He got a Triforce? Is it also of power? Was he just teleporting in that way, or? Ha ha ha! See what happens. And fight. Oh, that was a cool fight entrance thing, animation for it. He has a hammer. And victory goes to, I'm just kidding. No. Bowser, no, not yet. You didn't win. The teleportation stuff. What are those purple things? Oh. Okay. He's better than fire. And crash through the wall. Oh, he's gonna pong it? Oh, that's fun. Bringing tennis into it. They have the court and everything. Oh, I feel like that's cheating. Ganon. I mean, if you've learned anything from the Zelda games, it's when he's stunned like that, you run up and attack. He's fine with lava, though. He'll just come out as a dry bones kind of dude. Don't know if that would affect his invulnerability, but you know. Grow giant! Oh, or fly up in that. That works too. now he's giant? When are we gonna see Ganon become a pig, though? That's what I'm waiting for. There we go. It would make sense to happen there. Which is why I brought it up. Oh, ow! Well, that could cause some issues. I don't know why people think that's a good idea to let someone get in. As I was saying, I don't know why people think it's such a good idea to let people get inside of your body. You're very vulnerable there.
Bowser may have had the advantage in brute strength, but Ganon's deadlier magic and superior intellect won out in the end.
Ganon had his fair share of brawn as well, but what really counts is his ability to form a strategy and plan of attack.
Regardless of intelligence, both Bowser and Ganon were nearly invulnerable to typical means of harm. Ganon could only be killed by holy weapons like the Master Sword and Silver Arrows.
He didn't say only, he said he was essentially especially vulnerable.
Meanwhile, Bowser could survive almost anything. Almost. In New Super Mario Bros. DS, after falling into some kind of super lava, it's gotta be since he survived molten dips before unscathed, he became Dry Bowser. And after a strong enough impact, not even his own magic could reassemble his body.
You can even see the light missing in his eyes. So in this case, for all intents and purposes, Bowser was dead by magic and force. With Ganon's unlimited pool of magic power, he not only cursed Bowser's body to decay like he did the Deku Tree, but also blasted him apart with enough force to more than surpass that fall in the castle.
Ganon had this fight war locked down.
The winner is Ganon.
Alright, claps for Ganon, everybody.
Next time on Death Battle.
See who it is?
My name's Ratchet.
Hi.
What do I call you?
I've never played Ratchet and Clank. Sorry. My friend used to love him, though. So. Wonder if it's gonna be Ratchet and Clank versus Jack and Dexter, or whatever his name is. You know?
Hey everybody, I'm Chad, I play Boomstick.
I'm Ben, I play Wiz.
Hi.
Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We've been wanting to do Bowser vs. Ganon for a long time.
Yeah, and if you want to see more Death Battle, you can click on us right here to go to the Death Battle playlist, and be sure to click on that video over there to take a sponsor-exclusive look at the behind the scenes of Dante vs. Bayonetta.
Become a sponsor? Well, good news. Free trial. Click the link in the description below. You get 30-day free trial.
You can do that if you guys want.
Discounts on our merch store, exclusive videos like that one, but also videos early from not only us, but Achievement Hunter, Rooster Teeth, Funhouse, and that means Death Battle early.
Death Battle early, including the next one, Ratchet and Clank versus...
Who could it be?
I don't know.
I have an idea.
If you can't guess,
I have an idea.
Check to our social media. We'll be announcing it there shortly. That's at Screw Attack on Twitter and Official SA on Facebook.
Go.
Okay.
See you there.
Thanks for watching.
You could go do that, guys. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye, everybody. I mean, Chad. Okay, there we go. I almost said Chad and Boomstick again. Same person. Anyway, let's get to talking about this death battle. I will bring up first and foremost that I thought that bit was a little bit misleading about Ganon. I swear they just said he was especially vulnerable to holy weapons, and so I immediately thought, oh, okay, so if he takes enough of a beating, he actually could die from normal things. But then in the end, they said that he couldn't. So I felt like either I'm misremembering or that was misleading, so shame on you guys. I guess I just missed Ganon being intelligent. He doesn't seem too intelligent to me, like any more than Bowser at least, because like I don't see him really doing a bunch of strategy kind of stuff. Like I just see him being very skilled in battle. But I won't disagree with this because, you know, I do think that Ganondorf is certainly powerful. Like I said when I was talking about the prediction, it seemed really close to me. I was just kind of relying on the fact that all of Bowser's feats were like really... They were specific where I could think like, oh, well, you know, this is awesome and it can apply here and here, whereas Ganon's just seemed to be more titles. But the way that they had Ganon finish off Bowser made sense enough, assuming that you can decay things. I saw that he cursed the Deku Tree and everything, but I had kind of separated that in my mind because I was thinking that it worked specifically because it was a tree. But I guess since they're all organic, I mean, you know what I mean? The lava thing I also thought was kind of iffy in the sense that they told us specifically he could survive lava of any temperature. And during the battle, I did wonder if, as a dry bones, he would be more vulnerable. But it didn't occur to me when I was watching the analysis portion. So... I don't know. I guess I can't like rat on that part too hard. It got me. All in all, I heard from my younger brother that a lot of people thought this death battle was lacking, but I didn't really think so, actually. I mean, the worst parts to me was just the parts that I thought were misleading, but honestly, if I was correct in Bowser, I don't know if that would have bothered me at all, kind of thing, you know? Maybe it's just because I lost, so I have to pinpoint, okay, where did my thought process go wrong, and so I have to point that out. But, you know, that's all it was to me. It was definitely, it seemed like a shorter episode than most Death Battle, I think, that I'm used to. But I didn't think that it was really all that lacking. I thought that the battle was really good. I liked how it switched from the sprites to actually just showing the, you know, the pictures, particularly with Ganondorf. I think I did that twice, and that's the only time, those are the only 2 times I remember it, with his fist and then his face. But I thought that that was a cool touch. I thought it was funny how they had, you know, they introduced the Mario tennis thing with Bowser, you know, ping-ponging Ganon's light energy balls or whatever back to him. I thought that was really clever and funny. And all in all, no, it made sense enough to me. You know, it was humorous, and it had enough action in it where I was content, where I was entertained, so, you know, I don't think I have as much beef with this death battle as other people do. Again, this is just from what I've heard, from what little, limited amounts I've heard, so I don't know if that's true, if a lot of people were disappointed with this, but, you know, I'm pretty satisfied. I hope that you guys were satisfied. Let me know what you guys thought about this death battle in the comments, whether you were right, whether you were wrong, what your thought process was, etc. And, again, in the comments, please try to be nice. You can have opinions, you can have discussions, but flaming is bad, making people feel bad. Like, just don't be a jerk. Just don't be stupid. It's not that hard. But with all that, we're calling it here. Cue outro, go!